Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Tunsang. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good today, but
Oh,
quite busy.
I see. I
Yeah,
see. With the new job, you're quite busy, right?
um, not much because I'm work at night. Yeah, I work at night. I'm
Ah,
a night shift. I work night shift. Yeah, in
okay.
night shift, so don't have much work to do.
Okay. So you work on the
Yeah,
night shift. Okay. Okay.
yeah,
So are you?
but yeah, but when I go back home. Yeah, I go back home. Some I have some work to do in on our apartment. I have to prepare the room
Mm,
for new tenants.
I see. I see. So when you go back home, you have other jobs to do. You have to prepare the rooms for the new
Yeah,
persons. That's a
yes,
lot. That's a
yes.
lot. That's a lot. Okay. Okay. Well, good to see you, Tunsang. Thank you. I see Han has joined us. Good night, Han.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm good, Michelle. How about you?
Okay. I'm very well. I'm very well. Thank you for joining. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, is it hot in Vietnam? Is it hot?
Mm.
Is it very hot? Is the weather
Uh,
very hot?
no, the weather quite comfortable,
Oh,
not
really?
hot. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. Uh,
Okay.
yes. What's the weather in your country, Michelle?
So it's so hot, Han. Well,
So hot. Yeah.
yeah, right now I'm looking at my smartphone and it's 30 degrees Celsius. So right now it's 30 degrees Celsius.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And it's early morning and it's
Mm.
already 30 degrees Celsius. So it's extremely
Yes.
hot.
Yes.
Very hot, very
It's true.
humid. Yes.
Yes.
Um,
In Vietnam, in my hometown, it's 27 Celsius degrees Celsius.
it's 27 degrees Celsius. Well,
Yes.
that's very comfortable. It's not too hot
Yeah.
and it's not too cold. Okay, okay.
Yes.
All right,
Not
Han,
too hot,
thank
not too
you.
cold. Yes.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Han. I see Royale has joined. Good night, Royale. How you doing?
Hello, Michelle. I'm good today.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. All right. Is Barak going to be joining us as well, guys?
Yeah,
Maybe.
he's he's off tonight because he's busy, so he can't join with us.
Okay, no problem. Thanks for letting me know, Song. So I'm going to start right away, okay? I guess he can watch the recordings after, okay? All right, guys. So thanks again. Thank you for joining. So last week when we met, we were looking at some interview questions and we have a few more. So we're going to continue, right? So I believe we
Yes,
were at question 3. What motivates you? So question 3.
Yeah.
So Royale,
Yes.
if you were attending an interview and they asked you this question, what motivates you? Um, would you like to tell us how would you answer this question? So question number 3. So I want you to pretend that you're in an interview, you're applying for a new engineer job, and the interviewer, so the person who is conducting the interview, they are the interviewer, and you, so I'm,
interviewee.
yes, so the interviewer, 1R, and you are the interviewee. Thank you, Tunsan. Okay. So, Royale, the interviewer asks you this question. How would you answer? Question 3. What motivates you?
Motivation. Was there are many things that keep me motivated.
That
Like,
keep you motivated.
Like I want to learn a new thing, and mentoring and training other people, and I want to complete the job on time, strive for high of key performance indicator.
So I'm trying to understand, Royale. So you are motivated to learn new things?
Yeah.
So you are motivated to learn new things?
Yeah.
What else?
Yes, right.
Yes. Can you repeat? Let me write down the points. So you are motivated to learn new things.
Yeah.
What else motivates you?
Mentoring and training other people.
So you are motivated to mentor and train other people?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, very nice. Okay. Okay.
Whether I striving for high of a key performance indicator, KPI.
Okay, so you are striving for, I didn't hear the last part.
For high of KPI.
KPI, higher KPI, achieve his goal, achieve his goal, yes.
So he is motivated to achieve his goals. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right. Thank you, Royale. Thank you, Royale. So guys, everyone, so this question, what motivates you? When you are asked this question, the interviewer, they are interested in whether you are able to motivate yourself, meaning they want to make sure that you are able to work without a manager's supervision. They want to make sure that you can work independently. They want to make sure that you won't need a lot of training. You can work well by yourself. Okay? So this is another trick question. What motivates you? They want to know that you are hardworking. They want to know that you can work by yourself without little supervision. In other words, they can trust you that you'll do a good job. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
So let me give you some notes about this so that you can remember in the future when you are interviewing for your jobs, that when you are asked this question, they really want to know that you are able to work well by yourself. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, so I've sent you some notes in the chat box. Can you see?
Yes, I can see.
Okay. And so another thing about this question, everyone, when you are asked this question, your answer, so your answer should be specific to the job that you are applying for. So, for example, If you are applying for a position to cook in a hotel, so for example, if you are applying for a position to cook in a hotel and they ask you this question, what motivates you? You could answer, so I love to try cooking.
Xuống đây ta đang học.
So you could answer, I love to try cooking new meals for, so I love to try cooking new meals for everyone. I love to take advantage of the available fruits during the summer. Okay, so be specific to the job that you're applying for. So if you are applying to be a cook, you are going to talk about food. You are going to talk about how food makes you feel. You get excited. You want to cook healthy meals. For example, if you are applying for a job in a bank, then you're not going to talk about food. You're going to talk about money, right? So if you're applying for a job in a bank, you're not going to be talking about cooking food. You're going to be talking about ways that you can invest. So for example, you can say, I enjoy teaching people about money. So I enjoy teaching people about money. I love to talk about saving money. Okay, do you see the difference, guys? One person is talking about money while another person is talking about cooking something. So when you are asked this question, what motivates you? Please remember to think about the job that you're applying for, and your answer should be based on the job you are applying for. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Does everyone understand?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
Yes.
okay, great, great. So maybe we can look at a sample answer. So this is an example of how someone answered the question. Let me type it so you can see it. So I can read for you. The person says, I am able to motivate myself instead of relying. Another word for rely is to depend. Instead of relying on managers or other superiors, supervisors to encourage me. I find that achieving success, it drives me forward. The satisfaction that I get from doing a job better than everyone around me keeps my work at a high level and my morale high as well. Are there any questions?
Satisfaction. Yes. Satisfaction. Satisfaction.
Satisfaction. So satisfaction, it's the good feeling that you get when you do something well. You are satisfied. So this is just a sample, you know, it's a very long answer. It doesn't have to be this long. You can just say something very simple, but this was just an example of how someone answered the question, okay? They could have stopped at the first sentence. So I am able to motivate myself instead of relying, instead of depending on my manager to encourage me. They could have stopped right there. But they continued and they said, achieving success, that drives them. It makes them want to do better. Okay? All
Yeah.
right. So if there are no questions, I'm going to continue and I'm going to move on to question 4. Is everyone
Yes.
with me? Okay, so
Yes.
question 4, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So Han,
Yes.
I want you to pretend you're in an interview and the interviewer asks this question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? How would you answer this question?
Yes. I'm currently work as an employee, but in the next 5 years, I will try to develop work a professional to achieve my goals in the next 5 years to become a credit manager in my bank. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So your answer, Han, is that in the next 5 years, you want to improve your
Yeah.
professional skills.
Yes.
So you want to improve your professional skills and
Yes.
you want to be a credit manager. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So you have a definitive goal. You have a goal and you're going to work towards that. You are going
Yeah.
to improve your professional skills. So it means you're going to go back to school. You're going to learn new skills, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. That was very well done, Han. Thank you. So this is an example. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? So when you are asked this question, the interviewer, the person who is interviewing you, they want to see if your goals are in line with the company's goals. They want to see if you're going to stick around. So stick around, it's a slang for being there. So have you ever heard this slang before, guys? Stick around. So when you stick around, you stay around, you stay, you remain, or you remain somewhere.
Remain.
Yeah. So for example, I'm going to stick around at the shopping mall. It means you're going to go there and you're not going to leave immediately. You're going to stick around. You're going to hang around. Maybe you've heard this phrase before, hang around. It's also similar. So when you watch the movies, you hear them talking about hanging around. I'm going to hang around at the pub. I'm going to hang around at the bar. I'm going to stick around. It's the same thing. Okay? So when you are asked this question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? The company, they are checking to, they are checking whether or not you will still be interested in working with them in another 5 years. Some employees, maybe after 1 year, after they have received training, then they are no longer interested in working for the company. They want to leave. So when the company asks you this question, they are checking to see whether 5 years from now, you will still be interested in working for the company. Okay? So it's important to show them that, yes, you will still be interested in working for the company. You will still be around. They can depend on you. Okay?
Yes.
And it's important in this question that you talk about improving your skills and learning new skills. Okay? So Han did a good job. She mentioned that she wanted to improve her professional skills and she wanted to become a credit manager. So it means that Han is not going to leave the bank next year because she has
Yes.
a goal in mind, right? She wants
Yes,
to
right.
become a credit manager. So
Yes.
she's not going to be leaving the bank next year because she has a distinct goal in mind. She's going to upgrade herself. She's going to go back to school. She's going to improve her English. All of those skills are going to help her to become the credit manager that she wants to become.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Michelle, until now, Michelle,
Yes.
yeah, until now, I understand. Until now, I understand the real meaning of this question. Yeah.
You just understood. So you can
Yeah.
say, I just understood, or I just understand the question.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The original of this question. Yeah. Sometimes I join an interview and I answer like a robot this question. I just want to develop myself to be a manager. Yeah, I just answer like I answer like a robot, but I don't understand the original meaning or real meaning of this question. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so you mean this question? The manager or the director of this company, director of that company, want us to stay and work for them for a long time.
Well, so no, what I meant is that when you are asked this question, the company, they want to be sure that you are going to be around. They don't want to hire someone that is going to leave within 1 year, you know?
Yes.
So they are just checking whether you are going to be around for more than a year, you know? But the thing is, Tunsang, things can change because new opportunities will come around. So there is no guarantee that you are going to stay for many years at one company.
But the contract will will ensure us work for them. Yeah.
Well, yes. But initially, like I said, initially when you were asked this question, you know, they want to ensure that you stick around. They want to ensure, because remember, when you just start working at a company, the first couple weeks, they're going to be training you, you know, you are going to be in a new position. You have to learn about the company. There's usually a lot of things to learn. So the company, they are going to train you. Many times when you just start working with a company, you go through a period of what is called probation. Have you ever heard that word before? So probation, it means, yes. So
No, I haven't.
okay. So many times when you just start a new job, you go through a period of probation. And the probation period, it's really a period where the company observes your performance. It's like a trial. So it's like a trial period where the company observes your performance. So it's a trial period when you start a new job. So they call it a probation, and a probation period for some company, it's usually 3 months, while some companies, it's usually 6 months. So 3 or 6 months. So when I just started working many years ago, my probation period was 3 months. And during that period, they observed me. I went on training. And at the end of 3 months, they made an assessment. And at that point, they decided to hire me on a full-time contract. Okay? So during this probation period, if the company is not satisfied with your work, if the company doesn't like your work style, then during this period, they can terminate you, they can fire you. So this is really like a test period where the company, you are on a trial basis. The company observes your performance. And then at the end of the probation period, the company makes a decision as to whether or not they want to give you a permanent contract to work with them. So this probation period is usually very important.
Yeah.
Are there any questions, guys? So do you have this in Vietnam when you just start working for a company? Can anyone tell me, what are the steps? Do you go on probation? How is it in Vietnam?
Yeah, when in Vietnam, when we start work in a new job, we have a manager, probation, us 2 months.
2 months.
Okay. Yes, 2 months, and we during 2 months, we just receive a salary about
50%.
About no 75% of salary a month.
Okay.
Yes,
So
and we have 2 months per person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying, Han, when you are employed by a company, the probation period is usually 2 months.
Yeah. Yes.
And I heard someone say 50%. So in some companies, you get 50%, while in some companies you get 75%, right?
Yeah, maybe
Yes. So it varies.
Yes, maybe Royal Company pay 50%.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is. Some companies, every company has a different policy. So some companies, they pay 50% of the salary, while some companies you get 75%, right? But yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
When you are on probation, you don't usually get 100% of your salary. You only get a part of it. And that can be 50% or it can be 75%. Okay?
Yes.
So in other words, while you are on probation, you do not get all the benefits. You only get a portion of the benefits. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So just remember, this question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? So you are going to talk about improving your skills, and you are also going to talk about, learning new ones. Okay, so you are going to go back to school, you are going to get a degree, you are going to practice speaking English every day because you want to be more fluent, because that will help your professional development as well. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So just remember to speak about that. So again, in 5 years, I hope to move into a managerial role. I hope to have an impact on the company's development. Okay. In 5 years, I want to be a credit manager, and I want to be able to, help with the decision process. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. let's move on to question 5. Now we're talking about money. So what
Yeah,
are
this is the most difficult question.
okay, so it's the most difficult question. And you, Tunsang, I'm going to ask you, how would you answer this question? So what are your salary requirements? So Tunsang, you recently got a new job. In the interview, you were asked this question: what are your salary requirements? How did you answer this question?
Fortunately, when I joining the interview, they don't ask me this question.
So
Yeah.
fortunately, you were not asked this question, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So
Yes.
you were not asked this question. Okay, so let's pretend you are now being asked this question. How would you answer?
Uh, uh, so for me, this is the most difficult question to answer. So I don't know the the answer. I don't know how to answer properly.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So this is what this meeting is for, right? We are going to learn together how best to answer these questions. So no one likes to talk about money, right? We all like to keep that a secret, right, guys?
Yeah.
We don't want anybody to know how much money we earn. We don't like to talk about money, right? And it's the same.
Yes.
It's the same in every culture. But so when you are attending an interview, what are your salary requirements? So what are your salary requirements? They want to have an idea of what you expect to earn. They want to have an idea of, what you think the job, what you think the current job is worth. Okay. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
there are some tips for answering this question. What are your salary requirements? So the first tip, don't give an exact figure. So number one, you are going to an interview. So it's important that you prepare yourself for the interview. And by preparing yourself, it means that you are going to research. So based on the position that you are applying for, you are going to go online and you are going to research. You are going to research what other companies are paying for a similar job. So it's important that you do your research to get an idea of how much this current job is being paid. Okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's rule number one. You are to do your research.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you are going to do your research and you are going to give a salary range as opposed to a single figure. So what do I mean? It means you are going to give a range. So instead of saying, I want 1,000 Vietnamese currency, you are going to say, I expect to get between 1,000 and 5,000 Vietnamese currency. Okay? So for example, US 5,000 to US 10,000 per year. Okay?
Yeah.
So give a salary range. So you are going to arrange, it's from one point to another. So arrange, it's from one point to another. So don't just say, I want $1,000 per month. Do your research. I think that this job pays between $1,000 and $5,000 per month. I think this job pays between $3,000 and $5,000 per month. That is the current scale. That is the current salary for this job in the market. Okay? So do your research and give a range. All right?
Yeah. Yes.
And another thing, if this question is asked too early in the interview, usually, you know, they try to trick you by asking this question very early in the interview. If you are asked this question very early in the interview, and if you do not feel comfortable, you can let them know that you prefer to answer this question later on in the interview. So if you are asked this question very early, within the first 10 minutes of the interview, you can politely let them know that you prefer to get back to this question. You prefer to answer this question later on in the interview, because you don't want to give the impression that all you are concerned about is money, you know? Remember, they are trying to trick you. They are trying to see whether or not, you know, all you want to talk about is money. So they will try to trick you by asking this question very early in the interview, within the first 10 minutes. So it's not advisable to answer a question like this within the first 10 minutes of an interview.
Yeah.
So you can politely tell them that, you know, you would like to come back to this question later on in the interview.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
And remember, you are going to do your research. You are going to find out what other companies are paying, and you are not to give one specific figure. It's advisable to give a range. So between $5,000 and $7,000 per month. That is, you know, what I hope to get. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions?
Yes. So the range of salary we should mention in one year.
No, it doesn't have to be a year. You could give a monthly figure. So I expect, you know, I expect to earn between $1,000 and $3,000 per month. It doesn't have to be per year. And another way of saying per year is annually. So annually means per year. So usually when we say annually, we means each year. Okay? So your answer, it doesn't have to be an annual figure. It can be a monthly figure.
Yeah, monthly.
Yeah.
Monthly.
So what salary are you seeking? The amount of money you will be making. Of course, this is a very important question. The employer, they want to know that you want a fair salary. You want to be compensated fairly for the work you are doing. Okay?
Yes.
Yes. So the interviewer, they want to make sure that the amount of money you are seeking, it's not outside the range that they are willing to pay. So when they ask this question, they want to make sure that the amount of money you are seeking, it's not outside the range that the company is willing to pay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So
yes. And Michelle,
yes,
do we need to mention